What are the purchase prices for electricity? That question is valid, but it has many answers because you can sell in different ways and you can choose various mechanisms for selling electricity. This means that the purchase price can range anywhere from 60 or 62 euros per megawatt hour up to 150, and in some cases even up to 800 euros per megawatt hour. I will explain why this is the case and how it works. Basically, there are 2 or 3 fundamental principles for how you can sell electricity, which I will repeat now. Either you have state-guaranteed offtake or you have a trader, and that trader is further divided into 2 categories. You can sign a contract with them where the trader offers you a certain price for a certain period. For example, what they are currently offering us in Croatia is approximately 70 euros. Some offers are 69, some 72, but let's say 70 euros for 3 plus 3 years, which means for 6 years you can secure a guaranteed purchase price, or you also have the option to go directly to the market and sell that electricity at the market prices as they fluctuate at that particular point in time. This year we have seen market deviations from logically 0, and sometimes there were even negative numbers. Of course, you wouldn't sell at negative prices. Instead, you would rather shut down the power plant so it doesn't produce, and then when you can sell, or this year we could sell, it was almost 750 to 800 euros per megawatt hour. But these are just, let's call them peaks during certain time intervals, which are not exactly short. Let's say it's not a 10 or 15 minute interval, but these intervals sometimes lasted up to 2, 3, or even 4 hours on certain days, depending on what the supply of electricity is during that particular period on the market. So the idea is that we either choose a fixed price or we opt for a variable price with potentially higher returns, but also with potentially higher risk in terms of not being able to sell at a certain time. Frankly, if we have a guaranteed contract that will pay back or allow us to recover our investment in 7 years, we always go for the guaranteed contract. If the contract does not operate on this level, then we look for an alternative, for example, on the spot market, meaning we negotiate on the exchange and through a trader, through the exchange, and at that point the trader sells it to you as it is at that moment. Here it makes sense to consider whether a standalone photovoltaic power plant technology will be sufficient, or whether it makes sense to add, for example, a battery to it. And if you add a battery storage system, then you have the option to sell precisely during those peaks when electricity is more expensive.